In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this cow. Not that you asked, but, you know, here I go creating this cute Highland stylized cow. I put the artist's links in the description below so you can check that out. By the way, check out the, the Discord. See that? I made that. Can you believe it? I made this one as well, so you better subscribe. It's free. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't sure what to make. It's not true. So I know I'm still like on the character modeling series. The next step I've been recording for the retopology. That's the next video or series of videos, I guess. It might have multiple parts, just like the sculpting part. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the pop-up in the upper left corner, or links in the description below for the character modeling series that I have on my channel. And yeah, it's been taking a while. I don't mean to make it take forever, but at the same time I want to do it properly so you can do just once and you can kind of apply that same knowledge to like a whole lot of different stuff. Otherwise I'm gonna have to keep on going back and forth making the same tutorial series, and nobody's waiting for that. I've been working on the model of Chun-Li for a while now. It's been almost a full month and I'm really close to finishing it, the art aspect of it at least, because I am gonna like rig up the model and give it a pose and whatnot, but that's like more technical. But I need to do some stuff for the textures and then start laying out the hair cards. I was kind of wondering what to do, right? Like either use hair curves or just go with the hair card routine, but I have to figure out how to make the hair cards from scratch, all that stuff. Let me tell you, it's a lot of shit. So when I make that video, I'll make sure to cover everything, and you'll basically see how much of a pain it is to go through each step if you want to do it yourself. And then it's a real-time model, so that means it's made as if it was made for a video game, right? I'm trying to I'm capping myself at 100,000 triangles. That's like the norm for AAA game characters. And I already have a rig that I made for my previous real-time model, which is Lumi. And I have a video on that on my channel. It's the video about like the Overwatch style character. I will say though, I learned a lot about texturing, and I definitely recommend J Hill. If you don't know who J Hill is, well, you're missing out, but check him out on YouTube. This dude gives away like premium content, like knowledge, for free. It's he has courses, and by all means check those out if you want to really get good at it. But his videos alone will give you so much shit. It doesn't matter if you don't use he has one video where he's like using Blender, but even if you don't use Blender, the knowledge in general, I find that's the most important aspect of it. Anyway, let's talk about this cow for a second. Yeah, so I picked this project because I saw this artwork online. I believe the artist's name is Gazeter. Probably butchering the name there, but the full artwork contains a girl, and then next to her is the fluffy cow. And I made this on a whim, while being in one of those art discords talking to people while recording. And I might make the girl as well. This artist has a lot of cool art, so I have kind of want to make several of their artworks. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I've been thinking about streaming, by the way, but part of me thinks it's gonna be, the type of stuff where you start streaming, nobody shows up, and you're just kind of streaming for nobody. But at the same time, I feel like that's normal, and I feel like that should not be a reason to not stream. So I think the only thing that's really stopping me from doing it is, but for one, trying to make sure the streams are as high quality as possible. That's why I've been making these pop-ups, so I can toggle them live, right? I can do this. It's pretty cool, huh? But by the way, do make sure to join the Discord. Link in the description below. It's kind of dead right now, so whoever's out there watching this video, if you think I can put some life in this Discord with my art, get in there, start talking. I promise you, whoever is in there talking, I will respond to you and we can have a chat about whatever. It doesn't have to be art, it could be about aliens, about spaceships. Just bullshit, basically. Seriously though, join, show your art. Here I go, looking for some reference of Highland cows. The concept art was not showing, what the tail and the behind of the cow looks like. And yeah, I figured it's not that big of a deal. Just add a tail. The cow is fluffy, so just keep the whole body shape round and fluffy and make it make sense. I used to add a lot of like hair curves for fluff, but I've been using these brushes. You'll see it later on. I have to say it might even add a better effect than using straight up curves, because the blend is seamless and it comes straight out of the mesh anyways. Here I go, like Vertex painting it, because that helps a lot with visualizing the model basically compared to the reference. So that's why I do it, and I do recommend doing it yourself as well. Instead of texturing it, this is way faster. You just have to paint it, and it's fast compared to Blender's texture painting tools. Vertex painting is actually very fast, because I'm painting on a dense mesh too. It's like if they could get their texture paint tools to run as fast, it'd be a nice tool to use. So here I go. This is what I mean. I'm using the elastic deform brush to quickly grab a piece of the mesh, and you notice I make the brush small. I grab it, and the trick is really about the camera, and by that I mean your view, because you have to grab and pull down. But if the camera, so your viewer, is slightly looking up, it will dig inside the model. So that's why I'm kind of like looking down, because I'm dragging downwards, so it's got to pull a little bit towards me. And yeah, that's how you create the let's say very stylized fur. And if you want to go like even more advanced, you can add like actual hair curves and then merge them together and blend the edges together. Here I go, doing the same thing on the ears, and I'm making sure I don't do it too much, because the ears are ears. What do you want me to say about that? Yeah, and I'm making sure to smooth out the fur that's too sharp. And then I'm modeling the tag on the ear. Just a little bit of modeling there. Yeah, nothing too fancy. But here I go, making the cowbell around the neck. Again, just simple modeling with primitive shapes, sticking it on the model, and then I would sculpt away the mesh that's poking through. And by the way, regarding the Chun-Li artwork, I don't know if I said this before, but I will make a video on that. I'll make a video on the whole process, because my workflow has changed quite a bit, and I'll give away like my workflow, but also the resources that I used myself, because the resources are, first of all, out there for free. Like I used ArtStation Learning, I used, like I said, Jay Hill's videos, but when I make that video, I'll make sure to note down exactly which videos help me out. Another topic I've been meaning to make videos about is I've been making a short film since like the end of last year. I started working on it. I started writing the script and storyboarding it, and then we had some burnouts, but eventually I got through it all, and I've been busy doing like the last phases for the animation, and I guess like I've been meaning to make videos about it, but never got to it because while I was burned out, I was afraid I wasn't going to dedicate my time to this short film, and it would be one of those things where I say I'm going to work on it, and then eventually nothing comes through. So I might, like, one of the next videos might just be a very different format video. It might be like a journal, just straight from the beginning, like the whole workflow, about how I'm making this short film, right? In the meantime, obviously, I'm still working on it. And yeah, after it's finished, all that stuff, I'll still keep on, documenting all the different aspects of it, like all the stuff in Blender, like once we render everything out, bring it into DaVinci to edit, color grade it, maybe VFX shots in After Effects. I know this is not quite a VFX channel, but I can still break it down and show it to you, even if you don't understand the software. So yeah, I think that would be interesting to see, to discuss. And yeah, I'll be honest, like, I've been seeing a lot of filmmaking Blender YouTubers lately, and like I saw this one Blender YouTuber that made the Watermelon Girl short film that he was working on for 5 years, and seeing that sort of stuff is just very inspirational to me. And I'm saying that because I was in a burnout and I saw that video, and I didn't realize how important it is to constantly be in that mindset. Surround yourself with people that are also doing that sort of stuff, making movies or whatever, and constantly talking about it to remind yourself what you're doing it for, right? So if this movie turns out to be really well, and what I mean by that is the pacing, for instance, like seeing everything come together, like despite the fact that I made a whole animatic, like block out everything with music, maybe it doesn't work at all, and but that's what I'm doing all these short films for before I even get to my first feature film. I don't want to dedicate years of my time on film that might not even work, right? Like a short film is, and for the record, it's a lot of work. Even short films, it's a shit ton of work. Don't get it twisted. So if you want to get into this filmmaking thing, I definitely recommend you getting into short films first, because a 5 to 10 minute film can cost you a couple of months or even years. It depends what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to do. So yeah, and everybody has their own work ethic and different, the Ian Huberts of this world, they do things differently. And like I mentioned, this Watermelon Girl short film, it's squeaky clean and it's completely different. And you gotta find your own style, I think. You gotta find your own voice, basically, even if that sounds cliche. Here I go, making the flower petals for the hair of the cow. They're just simple planes, extruding them, subdividing them, and putting them in an array. You just merge everything together and pop it on the head of the cow. And yeah, the last topic I'll talk about regarding the film is I've been meaning to have a Blender to Unreal workflow, and a lot of the things that I've tried have failed, unfortunately. The one thing that did work partially was using Alembic files, but that caused a whole lot of different issues in Unreal Engine. And yeah, maybe like the whole workflow has to be completely different. It has to be more, Unreal Engine has to be more involved from the beginning rather than as a last minute resort of bringing everything into Unreal. Maybe I need to do animation inside of Unreal, because man, Unreal Engine is developing so fast. Like I saw skeletal, like nanites for skeletal meshes. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Basically, you no longer need LODs for anything that can be animated, like a rig, anything with a rig. That's currently not possible, but they're gonna add it. You can test it out. You can see it on YouTube on Unreal 5.5 or something like that. And it's worth involving Unreal because Lumen is so powerful and it's real time, and yeah, you can have giant sets, all that sort of stuff. And I've seen many people use Unreal for filmmaking purposes. Yeah, it's worth it, definitely. And I'm not even talking about like using metahumans or stuff like that. Regardless, it's an amazing tool. I always think and say, expand your tool belt. Don't just stick to one software. Don't be one of those people that's gatekeeping, Blender is the best because yada yada yada. It's a good software. I've been using it for over 4 years now. Great software, but I also recently got into ZBrush, and it's an amazing software for sculpting. Here I am doing a cute stylized cow, but I have a very detailed model that I've been working on that's like 100 million triangles. And I've been using Marmoset toolbag for baking, but recently been starting using it for look dev, like materials, all that stuff, rendering. It's really cool. Yeah, don't landlock yourself to one software. It's also not very good for if you want to expand yourself towards companies or whatever. But yeah, I also ended up adding a rig for this cow, simple rig, and added the wiggle bones to it for some, jiggle. And here are the final results. So look at that, wiggle bones. See that? Look at the ears flopping and the tail, and even a little bit of body jiggle. Doesn't that look cute? Now, if you like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the bell notification icon. See, even the cow agrees with me. Leave a comment down below about what you liked. No, there you go, another subscribe button for you. And definitely join the Discord. Come say hi, share your art, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.